So hi there, this is a quick look at my maximum flow spreadsheet. The example I'm using here comes from the 2025 West Australian Certificate of Education exam for math applications, question 13, and we've got this flow network here. So when you're in here, just to get everything to work here, you might want to watch the shortest path video in this series. There's only 3 of them, but rather than me explain how to get the developer tab, how to look at macros and what they do, and so on and so on. There's the Visual Basic, button there, so we can see the code that's working behind here. But so that you can get all that working, I'm not going to repeat it here, but it's all explained in the shortest path one. So what we do is we come to across the bottom here, we've got sheet 1, which is kind of where we work things. The adjacency matrix or distance matrix or flow matrix happens on the adjacency matrix tab. And there's some examples ready built. So you can, for example, just copy these values and paste them into the adjacency matrix if you want, to save, to try some other ones out. Anyhow, here we go. So this one's already set up. I think the source was A and the sink was H. So from A to B is 62. From A to B is 62. There it is. So we're all good to go here. This matrix is all set up. So we come back to sheet 1 and just check. The 8 is only useful when we're making the blank adjacency matrix. But the next one down that we need to check is the starting vertex. So these... Here we've got letters, numerical, in the adjacency matrix. The program works numerically from 1 to 8, but you can also use from A to H to get your results out that way. So if I come back to sheet 1, we want to start at A, which is vertex 1, and end at H, which is vertex 8. So we just set those up here, 1 to 8. And when we get the results out, we can either opt for, if I put in the number 1 here to start with, then we'll get a list of vertices using the numbers. So that'll be from 1 to 8. But we'll try them both. So here we go, maximum flow search. And it says flow path 1 to 8. We can send 34 along there and so on. It's got some spare capacity listings down here, which have come up in terms of the alphabetical ones. But if we ran this with a 0 in here, so let's just pop in a 0. So now we should get the flow paths in alphabetical, using alphabetical letters. So let's try it again. And there it is. So flow paths, here are all the different flow paths that we're assigning flows to with the amount of flow that we're sending along each path. The total is 107 and the spare capacities along each one are listed here. And that's pretty much it. On this type of problem. If you are making up one of these, you could tweak things in the adjacency matrix to play around and very quickly sort of get a revised flow figure. I guess the only other thing you might want to do is export the adjacency matrix. So that's shown up on my desktop. And then you can go to this graphonline.top to sort of have a crack at it. So let's go, where are we? Here we go. Oh, well, I'm already there. So if you come to this website, go to create graph using adjacency matrix, then we want to enter it as text. I'll show you why. If I just open up which one, no, that's the adjacency matrix. I think this is the one that we want for this one. Here we go. And so if I copy that and get it out the way and paste it in here and then say plot the graph for me, then we should get a maximum flow graph here. And I'm wondering, I think there is a maximum flow. Is there a maximum flow here? Find maximum flow. So select the source. So that would be, we would, where was our source? Here it is at number 1. And select the sink. That is number 8. And it just confirms what we already knew. Maximum flow is 107. And it's showing you the sort of how it's assigned the flows, which may be different to the ones that we've done there, and the sort of the width of the flows, kind of a thinner or thicker lines here, which is quite nice. Anyhow, there we go. That's how this little fellow works.